The Cambridge Super League makes its long-awaited return to Charlotte, North Carolina as Carolina Ascent hosts Tampa Bay Sun. Maddie Mercado had a dream start to life at her new club, scoring the fastest goal in the Cambridge Super League last time out. Sydney Nacello is one tricky customer. The MVP of last year's Super League final has started season number 2 in fine form. Kickoff is just around the corner. Carolina Ascent hosts Tampa Bay Sun. You don't want to miss it. Welcome to a dreary American Legion Memorial Stadium. That won't dampen the spirits, though, as the Cambridge Super League returns. Carolina Ascent FC hosting Tampa Bay Sun FC. Carolina Ascent's first home game of the season. This match is presented by Nucor. Alongside former Division I defender Jade Barkett, I'm Jessica Jarman. For Carolina Ascent FC, their return to the Cambridge Super League last time out started quickly and with fantastic finishing.
Maddie Mercado stepping into this team just in August, but making an immediate impact, scoring the fastest goal in league history with just 43 seconds on the clock. However, Fort Lauderdale doing what they do best, capitalizing where they can in front of goal. This one first off a set piece to tie the match, and then again, Carolina getting caught a little bit on the back foot. Fort Lauderdale using their speed to go ahead. However, the game was not over. Carolina Ascent showing their experience and capitalizing late on in this game to tie at 2-2.
This was eventually given as an own goal. Audrey Harding involved with the equalizer right at the death of the match to split the points between Fort Lauderdale United and Carolina Ascent. Tonight's player to watch is brought to you by Gatorade. Mia Corbin, 12 goals last season. She set the tone.
Absolutely. She's the returning player of the year for Carolina Ascent. She feels that pressure, but so dynamic in front of the box, and definitely why she's the player to watch.
She's waiting on that goal. She's a dangerous player in front of box. For the Tampa Bay Sun, it's always difficult as the reigning champions to return, and they've struggled in their first 2 matches.
They really haven't been able to find their groove yet, getting scored on in all matches they have played in. Coach Denise Schulte-Brown saying the preseason felt really short, and getting all players to try to groove together has been an issue. However, they have been able to score, though, with Carly Jamona up top.
You mentioned Carly Jamona, a dynamic forward, exciting in movement. She's in fine form with 2 goals.
She's a player that does not take a day off. She's always touching a ball. So dynamic, like you mentioned, in front of the box, and her coach mentioning that she can score from anywhere and however.
She scored against Carolina Ascent in the 24-25 season. Kickoff is right around the corner as the 2 silverware winners from the inaugural season battle it out. It's Carolina Ascent, Tampa Bay Sun up next. You don't want to miss this match. Stick with us on Peacock.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
I want to stop being sidelined by pain. I want to tell him I'm in. I want a surgeon who speaks more knees than he can count. I want the best care in the game. I want a team that's with me every step of the way. I want to bounce back fast. I want to show them my best is yet to come.
For the best orthopedic care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Cambridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Cambridge, great at assists for your savings.
Carolina Ascent return to American Legion Memorial Stadium for the first time the 2025-26 Gamebridge Super League season. They welcome Tampa Bay Sun. This match is presented by Nucor. Carolina Ascent head coach Philip Poole starts in a 4-2-3-1 formation. They'll look to Maddie Mercado to lead the line.
She has been described as more than just a 9. She can link play with her in midfield. She's such an elite player, and she's one that has stepped into this team and just shown that eliteness and been able to score goals for her team.
Tricoli makes a start today, partnered with Porter and Meg McClelland in goal. Philip Poole says that she has the #1 jersey for now. Tampa Bay Suns head coach Denise Schulte-Brown sets in a 4-3-3. The centre-back pairing of Hendrick and Bissett is key to their solidarity.
They're such a dynamic duo, and they work off of each other so well. They're very dangerous in the distribution as well. Bissett being able to hit a ball from 18 to 18 and just start that attack for this Tampa Bay Sun. Those two are going to be key to keeping goals out of the net for them, but also start that distribution from the back.
Keep eyes on Nasello, Pluck, and Keane. It's a dynamic attacking three that is building chemistry. Of course, Mackenzie Pluck, brand new to this Tampa Bay Sun side. Jessica Charman alongside Division 1 defender Jade Barkett. Delighted you're here. Our referee for today's action, Mari Durr, an experienced but youthful referee, taking the helm today. Carolina Ascent in their Trailblazer 2.0 jerseys, representing the city and all that they stand for. Tampa Bay Sun FC in the yellow. Now, Jade, when you look at these two teams, pressure on their shoulders, they set the bar high really early in the 2024-25 campaign, but they've started a little slow. How do they turn the cogs?
They just work together. They figure out each game how they can get better. Carolina Ascent already have 1 game under their belt. Tampa Bay Sun with a little bit more of experience so far in this season, but both teams fairly new faces for both sides. It's going to be about how they work out those kinks on the field in real game action so that they can both progress forward. For Carolina Ascent, it's just finishing those opportunities that they have and never letting their foot off the gas. And for Tampa Bay Sun, it's staying connected the whole game.
Philip Poole told us this week that his side did not put the game to bed against Fort Lauderdale United. Ended up drawing that game, but said they had plenty of momentum. They need to utilize that momentum better today. And part of their momentum will come from the incredible fan base that they continue to attract here at American Legion Stadium. Despite the fact that this was a delay, despite the fact that the weather was terrible in the Charlotte area, the fans still packing the house.
It's amazing to see them just trickle into the stadium as gates were being allowed open. Yes, you mentioned the weather. Absolutely terrible wind and rain, but that did not stop the Carolina Ascent fans for showing out for the home opener of the 2025 season.
It's called the 12th player advantage in the beautiful game, and Carolina Ascent, who holds the record in the Gamebridge Super League for attendance, continues to get this community back behind them week in, week out. For Tampa Bay Sun, this creates a little bit of a difficult atmosphere and environment to play in. What are the challenges as a player coming into a packed house?
Well, when you're hearing the crowd behind you, it's hard to communicate on the field, but also when you're getting screamed at by fans who are trying to get under your skin, it's really about controlling your emotions and being able to stay stable on the field and connected with one another. It's a great atmosphere for both of these teams to play in, and I'm sure they're feeding off that energy as well.
Carolina Ascent has never beaten Tampa Bay Sun. This is attempt #5 for Carolina Ascent as Mia Corbin, their leading goal scorer in the inaugural season, stands over the ball, ready for kickoff. Mari Durr checks the whistle, and we're kicked off in Charlotte, North Carolina from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Gamebridge Super League is back underway as Carolina Ascent and Tampa Bay Sun battle it out for 90 minutes here. Jessica Charman, Jade Barkett with you as an early touch for Meg McClelland in goal. Philip Poole said that Meg McClelland must wonder what she has to do to earn that starting jersey. They've continued to strengthen that goalkeeper pool, but the reigning Golden Glove winner has a point to prove.
He mentioned, right, no one owns that shirt. There's competition everywhere, and to have the depth in the goalkeeper position like he does, it creates that competition between players, but also the accountability to make sure that no one is having that shirt. There's always someone behind them.
There's never complacency in either of these two sides as Carolina Ascent looking to break down the flank with George. George Cross just drags it a little bit, but resilient in the way she recovered there, forces the turnover. Stepping in was Porter. So it goes out of play for a Tampa Bay Sun throw-in. Tonight's injury report is presented by Novant Health. So we get a look at Tampa Bay are a little battered right now. The likes of Goins and particularly Tush Flint, who was so pivotal to this Tampa Bay Sun side last season. That's a huge miss for Denise Schulte-Brown's side.
You never like to see injuries so early on in the season, but each game you're going to pick up little nicks and bruises. It's about working those out as quickly as possible to get ready for that next week. It's such a quick turnaround in these games.
It's also where that squad depth is so important. Next player up mentality. There's a little pressure coming in from Listro. Wide to Aguilera, the reigning golden playmaker, Corbin. And so fascinating, the movement of Mia Corbin. She pops up everywhere on the pitch.
Right now, she's all the way in the back line for her team, but it just shows the dynamic of her as a forward and as a leader for this team. She's going to work wherever that she needs to be and find the ball in those little pockets of space to turn and then facilitate that distribution as well.
Throwing down the channel, flicked forwards. Tampa Bay Sun under a little bit of pressure, find their way through that pressure. Good run down the left-hand channel, driving forwards up into the boots of Keane. Keane lays it forwards, driven cross, and it's saved by McClelland. Big save, Meg McClelland. Strike from Jamona, and a wake-up call early as Tampa Bay Sun with some momentum in front of net.
And for them to just secure the ball back immediately, Carolina Ascent trying to clear it out. Tampa Bay on the front foot with the transition moment and right back onto the attack.
We'll get another look at that movement. A driving run forward by McNeil. Good service, and that's some save.
That is why she's in goal for the team right now. And just a beautiful early cross in, trying to catch Carolina Ascent on their back foot. Again, that back line, and McClendon just absolutely dominant in goal right now, saving her team early in this game.
Tonight's match is presented by Nucor. Nucor Corporation is the safest, highest quality, lowest cost, most productive and most profitable steel and steel products company in the world. Nucor is the official sponsor of the Carolina Ascent FC. Long ball over the top, tried to be cushioned down by George, wasn't able to find the touch she was looking for as Tampa Bay Sun quick in transition. It's a battle of tactics right now. Two of the most successful coaches in the Gamebridge Super League battling it out between Philip Poole and Denise Schulte-Brown. Both coaches very honest about their struggles early on and know that they need more from their teams.
Absolutely, and when you have this beginning of this season jitters and new faces coming on, trying to get your team to mesh can be hard on the field. No matter how much you get along off, it's hard to bring that together when it comes on the field.
High pressure, almost fruitful. It was Nacello fighting back. The second pass a little too heavy from Listro. But that's the pressure that Tampa Bay Sun can put on.
Looking to go right off the transition. Nacello looking like she might have been offsides there as well from the pass from Listro.
Jordan Listro wears the captain's armband for this Tampa Bay Sun side. The veteran, plenty of experience under her belt. As Carolina Ascent swinging the ball forward, immediately put back where it came from. Long switch, Aguilera. Waits, can only head it into a pocket of space. Porter lost her footing.
It's where the conditions of the field might come into play a little bit. The ball running quicker than it might be. Players being able to slip and not get their footing on this pitch right now. Definitely something to take into account. Teams might look to go higher quicker and not do that build-up play just because the ball might run on the wet surface.
It was torrential rain before kickoff, lightning in the area as well. Great to see that the weather has subsided for now in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's a splitting pass, just over hit, and Carolina Ascent is struggling at the moment and finding a couple of passes to string together. Where can they get better there?
Well, Tampa Bay is doing a very good job of condensing the space in the midfield. They're picking and choosing the spots where they want to press. Carolina Ascent trying to drag them out by using build-up and switching the ball patiently. But as you can see, as soon as the ball goes back, Tampa Bay right into position, moving their team up higher up the field.
It was pressure and turnovers that really helped Tampa Bay Sun in their previous meetings with Carolina Ascent. 2 poor goalkeeper giveaways by Sam Lashnek. Philip Paul highlighted as issues with the way that they played in that match. Parker forward into the path of George. George into the box, looking for options, swirls the cross, headed away. Drops to Porter, back into an area. George, tricky feet, cross deflected. Tampa Bay Sun yet again clear their lines. First look at the Carolina Ascent attack, and it's the newcomer, Mackenzie George, formerly of Brooklyn, that has some real efforts on that left-hand side.
She's doing a really good job of driving and then being patient when she can't get the ball in, trying to find that right pocket of space. Mercado wide open on that far side on the last play.
And there was Mercado coming from Aguilera, forces a corner kick. And this corner kick is presented by Nucor. Just get a look at the run of Mercado, how dangerous she can be in and around the 18-yard box.
She flew in from that far side of the pitch, just trying to get the ball at her feet, turn and have a good look at goal. She does earn the corner kick for her team.
And it'll be an in-swinger. Corner clipped in towards the 6, headed away, Tampa Bay Sun. And they'll clear their lines on the volley. A dangerous ball, but no one in and around it.
Carly Gimona getting the first head on it, using her height in the box to flick it on, and then Tampa Bay Sun clearing it away. Carolina Ascent can be so dangerous in the box, doing a good job there of just clearing anything out of danger.
Emily Moxley will take the throw-in. Carolina Ascent looking to keep their foot on the gas. Moxley, longish throw, cleared away, and they'll just move up territory here. Moxley to Corbin, gets it back now. Down the channel, give and go, as George tried to claim, and Acello able to shield it out. Goal kick. The Carolina Ascent online merch store is live. Stock up for our next match on scarves, t-shirts, hats, personalized jerseys, and more. To shop, visit carolinaascent.myshopify.com. Playing with fire in their defensive third, Tampa Bay Sun. Carolina Ascent launch their pressure. That's risky.
Very high press from Carolina Ascent. They almost locked Tampa Bay Sun into their own back half. They're doing a very good job of keeping them to one side of the field. When you're trying to restart with a goal kick, the main objective is to try to switch the field as quickly as possible. Carolina Ascent doing a fantastic job of making Tampa Bay uncomfortable in their defensive half.
It was an uncomfortable start for the home team, Carolina Ascent, but they seem to have grown now.
Just 10 minutes in, you can see the balancing act of both of these teams, taking their risks, taking the chances, sending numbers forward, but then also doing a good job of handling the ball and keeping possession.
As a giveaway, Nacello capitalizes. Nacello assessing. Double teamed. She's slowing down and then driving forwards. Nacello, lofted cross, headed, and the foul is called. That's just how dangerous Sydney Nacello can be.
She wasn't pressured that much on the ball, deciding to take this one herself. No one really challenging her that much. She was able to turn the corner and then whip that cross in to who else other than Carly Gimona. That duo was so like magnets to one another in the box. And Nacello cross, you know Carly Gimona is going to be in and around the ball.
The chemistry between those two is remarkable. Aguilera. Dropped into Corbin. As Moxley. Her pass a little too predictable. Here's Taylor Porter. The Carolina Ascent Woman of the Year, inside to Corbin. It's wide again to Emily Moxley.
You're just seeing the patience of Carolina Ascent right now, trying to pull Tampa Bay Sun out of position. But as soon as the ball goes back, you see Tampa Bay slowly creeping up the field. It allows for the ball to get through like it is right now.
As Porter threaded it, quick off her line, Sydney Schneider. Keeping situation, the jersey for Tampa Bay Sun definitely up for grabs. Sydney Schneider makes her second start, returning into the lineup for Denise Schulte-Brown. It's been all Carolina Ascent with possession. Right now, Tampa Bay Sun trying to remain organized, but chasing shadows.
You can see the communication on the field from the front line of Tampa Bay, checking their shoulder, making sure those gaps and spaces are covered. But Carolina doing a great job, taking 1-2 steps to the right or to the left, allowing that little pocket of space to open for them to play the ball through.
Parker was challenged, couldn't find the pass. And instead now Tampa Bay Sun trying a phase of possession of their own. Back to the Jamaican international, Schneider. Long ping from the keeper. Cushion down. It's into the boots of Listro and left wide now as McLean. Early ball. Meg McClellan sweep her keeper. And it's the final ball for both these two teams that's been missing in the first 13 minutes of play.
And that was the first time we really got to see Tampa Bay build up at all from the back. They did try to go long and then mix in their midfield. A good tactic against the Ascent attack that they're trying to put that high press on for Tampa Bay right now. That final piece of the puzzle just not clicking. Carly Jamona trying to look for it for a feet there. That ball just getting played long.
Aguilera flicked it forwards. Riley Parker didn't have the legs to get there. Straight down the middle of the park. Tampa Bay Sun looking to switch the field, and Nacello drops her head frustrated. Select, the official match ball supplier of the Gamebridge Super League and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product special and more. Select, the player's choice. McClelland. Easily put back where it came from. There's an awkward one. Nacello reaps the reward. Nacello into the box. Squares it. Shot from Jamona blocked. Carly Jamona has been in and around that box all evening. Just couldn't find the finish.
Sydney Nacello taking this ball out of the air, cutting off her defender, and then picking her head up, finding Carly Jamona wide open right on the PK spot. And what a pick out by Sydney Nacello. She could have gone right across goal line, seeking out her goal scorer in Jamona, and that one just mishit a little bit and then blocked by the Ascent back line. But you're seeing the sparks that can come from this Tampa Bay Sun attack early on in this game.
Denise Schulte-Brown was full of praise for Carly Jamona, said she's the fittest player on the pitch, works hard, driven, the brilliant attitude that she brings on and off the pitch. Said she wasn't surprised with how quick she's re-arrived into the Super League this season.
She's a player that plays with such extreme confidence and takes risks and takes chances, but bets on herself. And that's just attributing to how she comes in fit and ready to go and never taking a day off. She said, Coach Denise Schulte-Brown telling us that she's always on the ball, touching the ball, running, just keeping herself in shape so that when she steps on the pitch, she knows that she's done everything she can for her team.
And that's the sort of player every coach wants to have on their team. McClelland. Pass into Tricoli. Tricoli launches it long, headed away ahead of Mercado. These two teams, the most successful in the Gamebridge Super League's inaugural season. The Players' Shield winner and the original champion of the first Super League season. So a physical challenge went in there, nothing called by Mari Durr, the referee. Low pass forward. Will find the run of McLean. McLean, bodied by Jill Aguilera. McLean Didn't have the power on that cross, easily swept away.
I was surprised that she crossed it there. I thought she was going to take a touch and get her body squared towards goal. A beautiful ball down the line. McLean battling it out, but then she just takes it and tries to one-time cross it through. Her hips weren't really around the ball to get the power that she wanted on it. Her team was coming behind her for support. Just a little bit of antsy early on in this game.
There's a stoppage of play right now. Sydney Schneider, the 26-year-old goalkeeper, having some issues. Schneider, who has played in the World Cup for Jamaica, including saving a penalty in her World Cup debut against Brazil, a quality goalkeeper. For Denise Schulte-Brown, this is a concern. You don't want to have to make an early change, particularly to a goalkeeper when chemistry is being built with the back line.
Absolutely, and she stepped up so far in this game with the chances that Carolina Ascent has had, playing that high line and being a part of the distribution early on in this one. It's something that she's not going to want to change, but if they need to, they do have the depth to make that switch.
Emery Wegener is on the bench, has yet to play for Tampa Bay Sun. It was Bella Kresch that played last time. She's not on the bench, the Austrian goalkeeper today. Get a look at Carolina Ascent and Philip Paul right now, very animated. He's going to be frustrated again with the way that they've started this match.
Frustrated, but also there are some glimmers that they've had. They've been able to build out and spread the Tampa Bay Sun team out of their positional press and find the pockets of space. You see the movement from their midfield and their forward lines that have allowed them to get the ball in the lower half of the field. But Carolina Ascent just wanting to pull them out and create that possession style of soccer, just exploit the back line of Tampa Bay Sun that has been so good all season so far.
Sydney Snyder clearly in discomfort, but as of now will stay on the pitch. Meg McClelland, her opposite number, striding back to the goal. Both goalkeepers have had their moments, but it's been Meg McClelland for Carolina Ascent that has been most busy. One of those saves on that line was incredible.
That was a highlight reel save for her early on in this game. Very much a wake-up call. Hello, we're playing soccer right now. But her team doing a fantastic job of having her back in that moment as well. There was a rebound that could have gone in, but they saved it off the line for her too.
It's a team effort in the defensive third. Charlotte McLean, the Australian, ready to throw this in. McLean gets it back, a little bit awkward, wasn't enough weight on the pass. Listro will have to reset now. Bissett. It's a long chip ball, Keane heads forward. Almost able to get the pass in as Aguilera, a little unnecessary there. Mari Dell, our referee, allowing a lot to go.
I appreciate a ref that allows the players to play. That one just really crunchy towards the end of the play, just trying to shield it out of bounds and making sure that there was nothing coming around for Tampa Bay, but a little pushy. I like it though.
Mackenzie Pluck definitely knows that Jill Aguilera will be behind her every time that she gets on the ball.
And it's good to make that statement known that I'm going to be hard on you, I'm going to be around you at all times, my presence is going to be known. And for Carolina Ascent, they're going to make that statement early as their home opener, and they want to create that atmosphere for their team.
It's been physical, a little chippy, but both teams bringing the energy and bringing the physicality together. Food Lion is the official grocery partner of the Carolina Ascent FC. Food Lion is proud to support the Charlotte community as the official grocer of the Ascent. Your local Food Lion is here to help you get food on the table fast with ready-to-eat meals and shopping made easy with Food Lion to go. Food Lion, here for every moment. McLean throws it forwards, a little turn as Jamona forward, combining with Keane. Jamona in a foot race with Aguilera. Aguilera wins it, and this time Aguilera draws the foul. Jill Aguilera is in the wars today.
She absolutely is, and You are on the back line, always susceptible to that, but Carly Jamona just a little bit handsy towards the end of that play. Maybe unnecessary?
I'm not projecting, but she did just see her teammate floored by Aguilera. Could we say that was a little eye for an eye?
Absolutely. When your teammate goes down, the next opportunity that you can to avenge her, you're going to take.
You are a defender. I can tell you've done that 1 or 2 times before, Jade.
Maybe 3.
We love it. We love a little physicality as here comes Tampa Bay Sun through Pluck. Pluck, nice cut through the challenge. It's Parker hustling, forced all the way back. Hendricks into the boots of Schneider. Her first touches since going down. As the pass a little too ahead. Will go out to Carolina Ascent FC.
Feeling the pressure of Ascent as the ball was moving backwards. You see the entire Ascent attack moving up the field with the ball at a very quick pace. Tampa Bay just not being able to deal with that press right now. The ball was going out of bounds.
Nacello weaving through traffic. Sydney Nacello covering every blade of grass. Inside pass. Here comes Riley Parker. Parker. Threads it forward. It's kept alive. Cross. Jamona all the way back to defend. Jamona look to go quickly. Up to Keane. Cushions. Keane cuts. It's Hannah Keane with some space ahead of her. And then under hits the pass. Listro dispossessed originally by Porter. Rosano able to come away with it. Pluck. Another heavy touch. Tricoli. Waiting for the overlap of Moxley. Emily Moxley heading forward. Moxley threads to George. George, early cross. Headed clear. Jordan Listro just saying settle things down. She has a poor pass.
In the last build-up for Tampa Bay, it was very chaotic. Keane was trying to hold on to the ball, but nobody was driving up the field to try to help her out and give her some support. She did end up giving the ball away in transition. Carolina Ascent doing a good job of taking advantage of that opportunity, getting a cross off, and then again, Tampa Bay giving the ball away once again, just not on the same page when they get on the attack.
Chaotic is a great word for it. It's a cross coming in. Awkward, up into the air. As Schneider just about gets the hops on. Carolina Ascent fans and players half-heartedly appealing for a penalty.
Take another look at this one. Moxley with a beautiful ball in. Schneider coming out of the goal, trying to get a hand on this one, but Parker just doing a good job of disrupting play once again.
I've seen Schneider down nursing an injury. You can tell that Carolina Ascent trying to pull her into action. Listro up to Jamona. Keane will chase. Calmly back into the boots of Meg McClelland. Corbin. Lovely ball to Aguilera. Aguilera with the nutmeg. Couldn't get on the end of it, but is able to toe poke it into Parker. Parker, back to Corbin, into Aguilera, pops it back. Corbin, early ball. That was better from Carolina Ascent, but yet again missing that final pass.
Beautiful build-up by Carolina, and who other than Corbin to facilitate all of the little passes in between. You see her here just combining around Listro in the midfield, and then that final ball, beautiful slip through. George is not on the outside. But Carolina showing sparks of energy and connectedness in this first half.
When they move the ball quickly, it's delightful.
Absolutely. It's beautiful soccer to watch them play and move off of one another, especially on the wet pitch as it is right now. They're using it to their advantage, especially playing at home. You get that advantage of not having to training there, the other teams not being able to play on it as much as you are.
Just feels better being at home as Aguilera yet again involved in a foul. This time it's in favor of the Carolina Ascent. McNally back into McClelland. It's Jenna Butler. Long switch forward. George will leave it. He's weaving inside. Moxley gets it back, headed forwards. Wouldn't drop, this time it does. Parker. Moxley, slick touch, gets away from her. Big read out the back by Butler. And this match has just felt disjointed, but you expect that when it's game number 3 for Tampa Bay. It's game number 2 for Carolina Ascent. Growing pains are normal.
Absolutely, and we used the word chaotic a little bit so far in this match. Both teams trading possession, trading those unforced errors of giving the ball away, heavy touches. We just saw Moxley just take an extra touch away from her, the ball slipping away. Maybe that has to do with the wet pitch and just the ball maybe running away from them, but also those growing pains of learning the styles of how the team wants to play and how each other works off the ball too.
Carolina Ascent does have the most of the same players returning. Philip Paul said that the core group remains the same, but they've also added new players in. It's the same for Tampa Bay Sun, a lot of the same core group, but they did lose players like Cecile Flo, who was obviously key to this team, and they have to find ways to gel together with newcomers like Mackenzie Pluck. And there is Pluck. So the referee has now called the offside. The next chapter of Carolina Ascent FC is here. Don't miss a moment. Season tickets for the 2025-26 campaign are on sale now. Get the best seats, the best value, and exclusive perks all season long as the team chases greatness on and off the pitch. Visit carolinaascent.com/season tickets to lock in your spot today.
You mentioned the core groups of both of these teams returning this year. And when we talked to head coach Philip Poole, he said it's so great to have that returning core together. I said, how did this team drive off the field together? He said, well, they all live in the same block area together. They read books, they go into all the coffee shops in and around the Charlotte area. He said they might have had the most points that you can get, the most reward points you can get at all of these coffee shops, but it's how they can use that to their advantage on the field. That's when you rely on the leadership and the experience of the players that had came before, and he was so decisive on who he wanted to add on to this team. And Mercado, one of those players who has just stepped in and allowed herself to play free enough to make an impact on this team.
There's a free kick called in the center circle. Another physical challenge went in. No love lost between these two teams. Marie Durr just setting the tone with Sarah Tricoli. Gives her a final warning as we get a look at the contact.
Take another look at the foul. Cindy Nacello using her body to sell that one maybe a little bit, but also we've had some crunchy tackles so far in this game. Setting a tone here just to be sure that both players are safe and that they know that she's watching them even though she's letting some slide.
Didn't lead to a caution, just a stern word for Sarah Tricoli. Consistency from our central referee.
Any part of this field is a dangerous place for the Tampa Bay Sun to have a set piece. Bizet with that distribution from anywhere on the field. This one, she's going to look to facilitate higher up the field.
Bissett plays it short this time. As Hendricks back to Bissett.
She heard me and said, nope, not this time.
She has the best service in the Super League. Denise Schulte-Brown said it last season. An unsung hero with the way that she can deliver balls on a dime. It's a physical duel far side. Was McNeil involved in the challenge? Was fighting for it, Keane. It's tenacious from Tampa Bay Sun, earning a little bit more real estate. This time the throw in wayward. Looping throw, headed back where it came from. Keane gets her body position. Great play by Keane. Hannah Keane hangs up the cross. Nobody crashed back post.
It was a beautiful service from Keane with using her left foot, looping it to that back post. Nobody there from Tampa to able to collect it. unfortunate for them because that was their best attack that we've seen so far in this first half.
It's rare not to see Carly Jamona crashing the box. A final rest for their star attacker. Over the top, Nasello will chase. Nasello splits 2 defenders. Nasello. And the foul is called against Sydney Nasello. She can't believe it.
Take another look at that play from Nasello. A little bit handsy, maybe some shirt grabbing from both sides. But once again, Carolina Ascent doing a good job of compacting when those moments are sticky in the box, having each other's back with that cover, save them right there.
There's a big switch. Aguilera with some space. Jill Aguilera. Driven cross. Headed clear. Jamona back to defend. Gets a big boot in. Tricoli volleys it forwards. Porter can only find a Tampa Bay Sun jersey. Pluck. Inside pass. Jamona. And a tricky foul behind the play. Mari Durst stopping again. Just tell the physicality of this match now. Porter this time guilty.
Just coming in hard on that tackle, trying to win the 50-50 battle, but just a little bit late to the touch.
Down on the ground is Gabby Provenzano.
See Jordan Listro talking to the referee, trying to keep her team safe, wearing that captain's armband. She has the ability to go and talk to the ref and making sure that she's calling it from both sides.
Ironically enough, Jordan Listro, the only player in Gamebridge Super League history to receive a red card. She wants to make sure it doesn't happen again for her side. There's definitely been a lot of sportsmanship in the Gamebridge Super League. Took almost the entirety of the inaugural season until the first player was given their marching orders. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of NC is the official health insurance provider of the Carolina Ascent FC. Blue Cross North Carolina makes health insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from Blue Cross NC. Better care starts here. Giveaway. Pluck, crunched, stays with Tampa Bay Sun. Just saw an interchange between Pluck and Sydney Nasello. 2 newcomers together, trying to find ways to get on the same page.
Well, you saw the organization of the press from Tampa Bay Sun. That's something that they worked on this week in training. They wanted to reorganize how they pressed. Denise Schulte-Brown telling us that they were getting stretched a little bit in their previous matches there. They were so organized that they actually picked off the ball on turnover and were trying to go straight to goal there. Unlucky on that final pass like it's been all match, but good job by Tampa Bay Sun staying organized and then taking advantage of that transition moment.
Tricoli settling inside, across to Porter. Porter, big switch. And yet again, overhits it. For Philip Paul, the concern will be that the final pass hasn't been good enough. Who does he look to try and get things to gel?
Well, his whole back line has been very good at being patient in this match so far. Corbin doing a good job of facilitating it in the midfield. I think it's just connecting the midfield and the forward lines together. The back and center mid lines have been great. It's connecting those 2 lines to try to get that final pass in, whether it's to feet or a ball through.
Here is that connectivity between the lines. Mercado turns, almost got it back, instead it drops. Jill Aguilera looking to switch the play with Tricoli.
You see for Tampa Bay Sun, Jamona all the way back, almost on her own 18-yard box to defend. It shows just the detailed defensive positioning that Coach Denise Schulte-Brown wants her team to be in these detailed moments.
Riley Parker, inside pass. Nice spin by Mercado. Mercado, driven cross. Slide tackle away by Bassett.
Parker just finding the feet of Mercado and then using her body to spin Bizette, and then Vivian Bizette doing what she does best, throwing her body on the line to get that one out for a corner kick. Mercado was on her way to threading that one through.
This corner kick is brought to you by Nucor. Moxley takes it quick into George. And the training ground move was pickpocketed away by Nacello. Big switch by McNeil to Hannah Keane. She's isolated, waiting for reinforcements. Keane. It's reset and out of play, deflected.
Better job by Tampa Bay Sun for working up the field quickly on that transition, but not quick enough. Carolina Ascent getting into position and clearing that one out before Tampa Bay could do any real damage.
The transitional defending will please head coach Philip Poole for Carolina Ascent. These fans are waiting the first goal at home here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Overhit pass this time. Good step out the back by Butler. It's Meg McClelland. The biggest moment of this match so far, her save early on, within the first 10 minutes of the match. McClelland. An awkward bobble hits the hand. Will be a free kick for Carolina Ascent.
Ascent happy for that handball. She would have been able to receive the ball. Tampa Bay was going right back at goal with numbers up top.
And Tampa Bay can be so deadly in transition. Forward ball turning and burning. Mackenzie George. George cuts. George tried to put it into the area. Falls to Aguilera, can't get there first. Good defending by McLean.
Aguilera doing a fantastic job of working up that left side of the field, coming from the defensive part, making those tackles, then all the way up into the attacking half, trying to get in on the action in the box.
Throw and taken quick. Corbin drops it back to Aguilera, into a turning Parker. Parker cuts. Parker blocked off of the boots of McLean.
Smart play by Parker, knowing that she was double teamed in that moment, trying to get a set piece for her team, just hits that one off Tampa Bay.
And this corner kick is brought to you by Nucor. Carolina Ascent's last corner was poorly played. It was given away with the short corner kick.
They line up similarly here. Moxley looking like she's going to play it in, drawing Nacello out of the box.
Moxley clips it deep, headed away, up in the air. Kept alive, Carolina Ascent. Taken down by George. George cutting towards the 6. Toe poked away, and it's yet another Nucor corner kick.
George cutting off Nacello on that first touch, but reinforcements from Tampa Bay coming in behind to cover her. You see her take that second touch across Nacello's body, but then Tampa Bay doing a good job of cleaning up the end of that play. It does go out for another corner kick opportunity for Ascent.
Moxley, another deep one, back post, Schneider palms it away. Top of the box, Porter driven, flicks forwards, chaos, Corbin, goal! Mia Corbin welcomes herself back to the Gamebridge Super League. Carolina Ascent lead.
Welcome back, leading goal scorer for the Carolina Ascent back into this season. She's done it all so far. This one, picking it up off of the rebound. The entire Tampa Bay Sun team was crowding around her. She just takes one look up and it takes just one pass through. Doesn't hit it hard with a lot of force. She just passes it in with the inside of her foot. Tampa Bay Sun, nothing they could do about Mia Corbin just slotting this one through.
A heart to the devoted crowd at American Legion Memorial Stadium. This Carolina Ascent FC goal scored by Mia Corbin in the 40th minute is brought to you by Food Lion. Score to give more. And it was chaotic inside the box. Mia Corbin, the player that Carolina Ascent want that kind of service to drop to.
100%, and here they are on the front foot again.
Direct ball, Mercado chases, Snyder comes to grab.
But Corbin has been everywhere on this field. She's been facilitating the attack from the back. She's done all of the work working up the field. And in that moment, Tampa Bay Sun could not clear the ball from the box. Corbin falling to her feet. She takes one touch up, tries to hit it, and then just slots it through for her team.
And now she's got a spring in her step.
Absolutely, she's everywhere. She's still all around the field, this time in the defensive half of her own team. But the returning player of the year for Carolina Ascent, making her mark here in their home opener. Such a breath of relief for this Carolina Ascent team as they've been on the attack this whole game.
And it's about finishing chances. Philip Poole said against Fort Lauderdale United, they generated lots of big chances. They weren't clinical. That's their first real big opportunity in front of frame, and they finish it.
Oh, he's going to be so pleased. He talked about the Fort Lauderdale game as an arm wrestle type of match, going back and forth, trading possessions, trading shots, them not getting the better end of that here with their first real chance, like you mentioned, slotting it away. And in minutes before halftime, he's going to feel relieved but wanting more.
And here they are wanting more. Parker to Aguilera. Aguilera went for goal, couldn't sort her feet.
Shot by Jill Aguilera just over the crossbar. Goal kick for the Tampa Bay Sun.
You can hear the crowd for Carolina Ascent getting into this one as well. They've been rowdy all game, making it disruptive for this Tampa Bay Sun team to come into and play. Definitely boosting their team's energy as well.
It's always a good time to score, but it feels like Carolina Ascent right before the halftime break. A great bit of momentum to go into the halftime.
They've been doing everything right so far in this game, spreading out Tampa Bay, allowing themselves to be patient in front of the box. The last pass was something that we had talked about. This one coming off a set piece, but then being able to be clinical still in the box and put chances away under pressure moments is huge.
And resilience as well. They've had to suffer. Tampa Bay have been very good in moments. Carolina Ascent bent, but they didn't break. As Parker drops deep, switches the field. Moxley. Inside, Tricoli. Wider for George. Mackenzie George had an underlapping Moxley, gets the ball forward to her. Moxley shields it out. And it is another new core corner.
For Tampa Bay in these final moments before the half, it's about staying organized and staying together, doing those little details, clearing the ball out, flying through with the ball, putting your body on the line, and then when they get the ball, securing it, getting that possession first pass so that they can get up the field like they had been doing this whole first half.
It'll be a first corner for Jill Aguilera. She'll swing it in from the opposite side. Aguilera, in swinger, low, awkward bobble. And it's cleared away by Tampa Bay, only as far as Porter. Porter back where it came from. Mia Corbin gives the thumbs up, couldn't control. Sydney Snyder, who did have some difficulty earlier on in this match with a potential injury, now takes the goal kick. She's been beaten once. She clears this ball long. Tricoli nods it back. And Tampa Bay Sun yet again unable to find the connecting pass. Jordan Listro was fuming with herself.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of
There'll be 3 additional minutes of stoppage time, and this half stoppage time is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina.
Get another goal before the half.
Parker couldn't settle. Tampa Bay Sun looking to turn the cogs one last time before the halftime break. George turns inside. Porter pops to Tricoli. Aguilera. And right now, Carolina Ascent just suffocating the ball away from Tampa Bay Sun.
Well, you see Carly Jamona in the middle of your screen telling her team behind her to push up. She knows that Carolina has been doing such a good job of finding those little pockets of space. She needs her team right now to close those places and put pressure on the ball right there. Nobody putting pressure from Tampa Bay. Carly having to come all the way from the mid part of the field to this near side to put pressure on the ball.
And the body language tells a story of frustration right now for Carly Jamona and company.
Absolutely, but it's also showing her leadership and her ability to hold her teammates accountable. That's what you need from a 9.
And here she is leading by example. Mia Corbin, though, able to poke it away from her. Jamona again trying to do everything for Tampa Bay Sun right now as Parker prevented the nutmeg.
You need that spark plug if you're a Tampa Bay Sun. She's been the player who has been on the end of most of, if not all of their attacks so far in this game and this season. Her and Cindy Nasello, a dynamic duo. Nasello also doing fantastic work trying to make offensive opportunities happen. Listro getting caught off sides on this one, just trying to stretch that field as much as they can.
And is there any concern that it's Jordan Listro having to break forward at this point?
I wouldn't say concern. You don't want your team to get stretched out so far that they get taken advantage of on the opposite side by Ascent. Listro and Jamona trying to make things happen for their team and doing anything that they can to get one back before the halftime whistle is called, though.
Two big personalities leading by example for Denise Schulte-Brown's side. The first champions of the Gamebridge Super League finding themselves in a frustrating spot, trailing again. Started the season 0-2, and right now in a losing position, heading into the halftime break in Charlotte. Aguilera, long launch ball forwards. Ricardo chases as George couldn't get there ahead of Schneider, who just clears it out of play. And that's the first half over from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Through the first 45 minutes, Carolina Ascent have the lead, courtesy of Mia Corbin. What did you make of that first half?
Very back and forth from either side. Carolina Ascent capitalizing on the moment that they had in the box. Tampa Bay doing a good job in the beginning of the first half on their press, being very organized. However, Carolina Ascent taking advantage of the little space that they have caused in the midfield, moving off one another to create those pockets and turn and go towards goal.
I think the most impressive part is the fact that they were able to suffer in some moments. Tampa Bay Sun forced an incredible save out of Meg McClelland early on in the match, yet Carolina Ascent remained resilient and were able to weather the storm and find themselves going into the halftime break with the 1-0 lead, courtesy of Mia Corbin. And we are joined now by the goal scorer, Mia Corbin. Mia, congratulations on your goal. What did you see in that moment as the ball dropped towards you?
Well, you know, like we like to work on quarters, we work on a lot of set pieces as we gave one up in a crucial moment last year. So I think our goal is to really hammer them in, whether it's offense or defense. And I was just able to do my second part of my job, so I'm happy to get one in.
Mia, you guys are finding pockets of space in the midfield. How do you use that to continue to exploit the back line of Tampa?
I mean, honestly, you know, like we like to keep the ball, so better them move than us, you know, and we just want to keep the tempo, and we're pretty happy with our start so far, and we're hoping to keep building onto the second half.
Well, Mia, congratulations on the goal and the lead. Go enjoy your halftime break. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
That was Carolina Ascent's Mia Corbin, who got the go-ahead goal in the 40th minute here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. It's that goal that sees Carolina Ascent go into the halftime break with a 1-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Sun. We've got halftime action coming up shortly after this break, but it's Carolina Ascent 1, Tampa Bay 0. Picture perfect technical goalkeeping.
tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
My husband takes his watch party grilling duties very seriously. Every sport, every season. And because we always find good deals at Food Lion, no one ever leaves hungry. I even got him his own signature touch.
Okay, I'll eat around it.
Here with fresh food that's always affordable. Food Lion, here for every moment.
What does a better tomorrow look like? More people enjoy safer, more comfortable indoor spaces, clean water, clean air, healthy food, and a healthier planet. That's what Train Technologies believes tomorrow should look like. So we put people and the planet first. Today, we take bold action. So tomorrow, there's a better world. For everyone.
Welcome back to Charlotte, North Carolina. The fans with something to cheer about as Carolina Ascent lead Tampa Bay Sun by a goal to nil. The goal coming from Mia Corbin, their hero of the inaugural season. Let's take a look around the Gamebridge Super League and our live scores. It was a 1-1 draw between Brooklyn and Spokane Zephyr. Sporting Jacks currently 0-0 with Dallas Trinity, but the new kids on the block putting up a fight.
Sporting Jacks, such an impressive club so early into their career here in the Gamebridge Super League. An exciting team to watch. Really excited for how they progress the rest of the season.
Keep an eye on Spokane and Fort Lauderdale facing each other later on tonight. Over to news and notes. You mentioned Sporting Jacks. They had their first ever victory against the reigning champions, Tampa Bay Sun. But check out 43 seconds. What can you do in 43 seconds? Score a goal?
No, I can't. And nobody could block it either from Maddie Mercado, just immediately putting a stamp on this Gamebridge Super League, stepping in and making an immediate impact on her new club.
And Hope Heisey, as ever, making big saves. She had 3 huge saves against Brooklyn. Over to our standings, and today's Gamebridge Super League standings are presented by Carolina Office Solutions. As we take a look at our live standings right now, if Carolina Ascent can hold on to 3 points, they'll push up into 3rd place.
Tampa Bay Sun finding themselves in an uncomfortable spot, bottom of the table, going to need to claw themselves out of it to set themselves up for the rest of the season.
Tampa Bay Sun right now bottom of the table with those 3 straight defeats if this result stands. Tonight's halftime is brought to you by UNC Charlotte. Right now, through the first 45 minutes, Carolina Ascent with the 1-0 lead over Tampa Bay Sun. We've got more halftime up next. Welcome back to American Legion Memorial Stadium. Carolina Ascent with the 1-0 lead over Tampa Bay Sun. Tonight's halftime is brought to you by UNC Charlotte. It's been an interesting first. To see us into a 1-0 lead. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by Nucor, and as you can see, it's been fairly even.
These two teams battling it out in this game. Possession favoring Carolina Ascent right now and corners, but both teams are trying to get those shots higher and shots on target even more.
Carolina Ascent have enjoyed the most of the ball. It's been a wild first half, and we've still got a second half to come through the first half from American Legion Memorial Stadium. It's Carolina Ascent 1, Tampa Bay 0.
Charlotte region, give your furry friend home field advantage and let Fido Alert help bring them home safe and sound. You can scan the QR code on the screen and sign up today to get your free pet tag and ID.
Yeah, that. Yo, listen, yeah, that. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, yeah, that. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention.
Welcome back to Charlotte, North Carolina. Gamebridge Super League action. Carolina Ascent 1, Tampa Bay Sun 0. A fascinating first 45 minutes that was turbulent to say the least. Two teams physically battling it out. It was Mia Corbin with the go-ahead goal for Carolina Ascent. Jessica Charman alongside former Division I defender Jade Barquette. And Jade, we talk about physicality in matches. They brought it to the table in that first half.
It's good to set a precedent and a tone from the start of the game. These two teams battling it out, but it's also about maintaining possession of the ball. Carolina Ascent doing the most of that in the first half. Tampa Bay, a little bit of a chase going on, but they're doing a good job of maintaining their press. They're going to look to maintain that organization here in the second half.
A double substitution for Denise Schulte-Brown with Mackenzie Pluck and Charlotte McLean both being pulled at halftime. They'll be replaced by Jordan Zaid and Emma Gaines-Ramos. Both subs taking place on that right-hand flank, clearly an area that Denise Schulte-Brown wants to adjust. Tampa Bay Sun in the yellow, Carolina Ascent in the multicolored jerseys. It'll be a Carly Jamona kickoff to get us back underway. And second half is kicked off here in Charlotte, North Carolina from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Gamebridge Super League action. Carolina Ascent looking for their first 3 points of the campaign. Tampa Bay Sun looking to avoid dropping 3 straight losses to begin their retention campaign. The 24-25 champions currently struggling in this restart. Tricoli spins full circle. Corbin pops it forward. Ricardo couldn't get there. And Tampa Bay Sun with fresh legs and clear minds looking to drive forward. Nacello. Back to Jamona. Jamona too heavy in her touches, an apologetic hand up. But that really the sum of Tampa Bay Sun's night so far. Disconnectivity on the pitch.
Disconnected and just a little bit frustrating. You can see the hand motions and body language from their teammates in that first half, trying to hold each other accountable and everyone get on the front foot. They didn't figure it out in the first half. They're looking to do it in the second. You see the ball flying off the foot of the players and down the pitch. That's because we did have a little bit of a weather delay. The pitch a little bit slippery for these players right now, but looking to conserve energy by letting the ball do the work.
Mia Corbin told us at halftime that Carolina Ascent's game plan is to possess, is to use the ball. They don't want to run. They want Tampa Bay Sun to run. For the majority of the first half, they followed that game plan.
Absolutely. They were very patient in their buildup, using their keeper to do that as well, and using the pockets of space that Tampa was giving them as they spread them out to find the areas to exploit. Tampa Bay doing a good job of staying together in those moments. However, Carolina Ascent, just those 1-2 spaces into the right or to the left of where they were, was the difference maker in going forward.
Philip Poole will want his side to keep the foot on the gas. He was very vocal about the fact he thought that against Fort Lauderdale United, they should have won the game. They should have utilized their momentum. They scored the quickest goal in Super League history, 43 seconds in, and yet they have to wait until 90+1 to get the equalizer later on. He wants them to play the full 90 minutes here.
And he credited Tampa Bay with being a team that can dig their heels in and grind out games. He knows that 1-0 is not going to be it in a game like this against Tampa.
They always find a way to hang around as Mackenzie George hangs around. Couldn't slot it into Mia Corbin. Back to defend was Listro. Quicker start for Carolina Ascent than they had in the first half. Tampa Bay Sun had multiple good opportunities before Carolina Ascent really got up to the speed of play. As the ball drops to Taylor Porter. Porter, who played every single minute of the inaugural season for Carolina Ascent. Back to Tricoli. Tricoli, half turn. Slots it forward. Corbin on the dummy, beautifully done. As it's hung up into the back, headed away, and just couldn't sort her footing at the back post. Parker.
And what about this play by Corbin? The awareness of where her teammates are on the field. Moxley picking her head up and just clipping this one from behind the back line of Tampa Bay. Parker going to want this one back, just trips on as soon as the ball was coming to her head, but Moxley doing a great job of awareness of where the defenders were for Tampa Bay. Parker wide open on that back post, just super unfortunate again, and it might have to do with the way this pitch is playing because of the rain.
Emily Moxley, though, the Charlotte native, has been fantastic. Only played 6 times last season. She is earning a start every day of the week right now.
She's been such an impact player in this match so far. Her set pieces that she has whipped in from the corners have been incredible for this Carolina Ascent team. That's how their goal started from. And then right there, just the awareness of where her teammates are and where the defenders were for Tampa Bay. You saw Corbin leave that ball for her, just using the entire pitch to spread the Tampa Bay team out, catching them off guard on that one.
Just feels like there's a swagger in their step. Moxley again. Try to lay it forward into George. That time under hits it. There's Keane. Little pocket of space. To McNeil. All the way back to defend was George. Nacello. Listro. Tried a little too predictably to play it inside to Provenzano. Tampa Bay Sun with their own phase of possession. So pass down the channel. Cross came in, headed clear at the front post. Nacello directing traffic. Goes inside herself. Sydney Nacello. Listro. Back to Nacello. Nacello driving. Toe poked away by Moxley. And it's a new core corner.
That bout of possession for Tampa Bay Sun was the best that we've seen in this game so far. They're very patient in their build-up. Sydney Nacello doing a great job of finding space, turning towards goal, and then that 1v1 master that she is trying to take on the back line of Ascent earns her team a corner kick.
Tampa Bay Sun will clip in the corner. It's deep back post, headed down, and Meg McClelland will see that fall gently to her hands. But a dangerous service to the back post.
Vivian Bissett with the beautiful placed ball in. McClellan comes out for it originally, but then decides to back up to her line, collecting that one after her team tried to clear it away.
Maddie Mercado running through. Mercado over the crossbar. But how quickly Carolina Ascent broke forwards.
Her transition off of the ball. Mercado coming up the field, takes one look up, realizes there's nobody from her team in the box, and decides to take this one herself. Left-footed shot, just skies over that front post. But Ascent showing how dangerous they can be off the transition.
Tricoli to Mercado. Mercado feints the shot. Switches the play, Moxley. Moxley goes for the cross. Will drop to Mia Corbin. Corbin. Cleared half-heartedly by Jamona. Carolina Ascent will reset themselves now. Nali. And a wayward switch. Moxley won't be able to keep that one in play. Tampa Bay Sun, it has been a struggle to start the new season, but we see it in all levels of soccer. The likes of Major League Soccer, LA Galaxy, the reigning champions right now, sitting bottom of the table. It's not easy for a repeat, and Tampa Bay Sun falling foul to sports lure right now of when you win a championship, you've got a target on your back, and it can be really difficult to get a repeat.
Absolutely, but it's also about how your team can come together in those moments of adversity and what they do to respond. Do they hang their heads, or do they come together and say, this is not going to define us as a season or as a team? And it's about when Tampa Bay Sun is going to switch that flip and turn their season around.
And 3 0-0 to start a game, or 0-3 rather. It's not the end of the world. A lot can happen.
Absolutely not. The season is so young, but when you have that prestige and that standard that Coach Denise Schulte-Brown wants to instill into her team, it's something that they're going to work on early in the season, so they cut out these games where they have the opportunities, but they're not executing in the win column.
Still a lot of time left in this soccer match. Tampa Bay Sun known for digging their heels in, being difficult to beat, and finding ways back into games late. Carly Jamona, who was on the ball, did score late a consolation goal in their season opener rather, against Brooklyn. Moxley inside, Porter to Mercado. Parker switching the field over to Moxley, pinched in to George. George crosses blocked, good defending Tampa Bay Sun. It will set up a new corner kick, but yet again the defending has been solid for Tampa Bay Sun.
They have been able to compress their back line and create not a lot of space for Carolina Ascent to play through when it comes down to that top part of their 18, protecting their 18-yard box and their defensive half. Tampa Bay Sun looking to continue to do that. They're flying out to not allow crosses or shots in the box.
They've been resilient since conceding. Aguilera has the corner. Aguilera lofted. Cleared awkwardly, and a good save by Sydney Schneider. Fast reaction from the Jamaican national team goalkeeper.
Another great service in by Aguilera. Just an awkward clear by Tampa Bay. Just not off maybe the shin guard with Schneider. Aware of her surroundings, collecting this one. Beautiful ball up the field.
It's a long punt forward, keen chasing. Caused a bit of chaos as Aguilera could only swipe it up into the air. Pounced upon by Tampa Bay Sun. Listro, good footwork, resets. Bissett, lovely ball. Jamona can't settle, would have been offside anyway, but that's better from Tampa Bay.
Absolutely, they secure the ball with possession in that first pass, and then looking for Jamona, who's threatening, trying to make the field as long as possible and push the back line of Ascent back. Just caught offsides on that one, but a good look by Tampa Bay.
Carolina Ascent FC kicks off a 3-match homestand starting Wednesday, September 24th and wrapping up Saturday, October 4th. Enjoy unique ticket offers, exciting giveaways, and the highest level of professional women's soccer, plus non-stop energy and fun. Whether you're bringing a group or coming solo, grab your tickets now at carolinaascent.com/tickets. Mia Corbin threading through George. George couldn't get there. It's cleared away by Tampa Bay's resilient back line. Tricoli. Corbin couldn't find a way through the tackle of Listro. Corbin stayed down after that tackle. Tricoli clears it out of play. Now Corbin gingerly up to her feet. Mia Corbin is not a player that Carolina Ascent can afford to lose.
Take another look at it here. Mia Corbin trying to check her shoulder and then just clips from behind a little bit on that right knee.
Like an awkward knocking of the knees. Philip Poole very animated. It's a player he wants to see protected. Tampa Bay throwing it down the channel. Nacello double teamed out of play. And Nacello has certainly been circled in the Carolina Ascent locker room. Philip Poole said, that's a player that can hurt you. She has been double teamed, triple teamed whenever she gets the ball.
But still finds a way to make magic happen for this Tampa Bay team. She's gotten service off. She's taking players on 1v1, creating corner kick opportunities for her team. She's a player that is not going to come off the field if they can help it for Tampa Bay Sun.
The championship winning team MVP of the inaugural season, Sydney Nacello, continues to have magic in her boots week in, week out. As Philip Poole barking orders at his side. Spoken all year long last year about what this crowd means, the community means to this team. And right now they are re-welcoming them to the Cambridge Super League with 3 points if this result stands.
They have been rowdy since the initial sound of the whistle. So excited for soccer to be back here in Charlotte.
And the weather did not dampen their spirits one bit. Incredible crowd that has turned out despite the elements and a delay. That is loyalty to its finest. McClellan looking to preserve her first shutout of the 25-6 campaign. Tricoli. Marcelo hustling.
There is that press for Tampa Bay Sun. They're combining together in the midfield to connect and keep the ball on one side of the pitch. Sydney Nacello using her burst of speed there to make Ascent uncomfortable. And then now they're on the front foot with a throw-in in the offensive half.
This is the momentum that Denise Schulte-Brown has been looking for from her team. They just have to capitalize on the momentum they have.
Absolutely, and it's about staying organized and that connectedness that they need in that upper part of the field.
Inside pass, Gabby Provenzano. Provenzano through one tackle. Tricoli can only find the boots of Gaines Ramos. Cross, low, driven. Carolina Ascent clear their lines. Maddie Mercado uses her body, goes to ground too easily for the referee Mari Durr's liking. McNeil. Wayward pass. And the old bad habits there slipped into Tampa Bay Sun.
Ascent doing a good job of putting pressure and forcing that pass to come a little bit quicker than Tampa Bay was wanting it to.
They're quickest to respond to the loose ball. Nacello yet again getting some touches, trying to round George. Resets back with McNeil. Bissett and Hendricks, the key centre-back pairing of two veterans for Tampa Bay Sun. The pocket is picked by Parker. Corbin, some space for Mia Corbin. Driving, Mia Corbin! Schneider pats it down with the save.
Mia Corbin in open space is so dangerous right down the middle of the pitch. Checks her shoulder, nobody around her, and says, why not? Rips this one, but then a great save again by McClendon in goals. Just keep this one out of the net.
The ball over the end line. It will be a goal kick for the Carolina Ascent.
Carolina Ascent have really utilized a little bit of momentum by keeping the ball, but now Tampa Bay Sun seem to have flipped that switch. It's a different Tampa Bay Sun than we saw in the first half, and a lot of that has to do with Denise Schulte-Brown making substitutions.
The substitutions or game changers that come onto the field are huge in the second half. Not only do they provide energy, but they provide a different look at the field. They've been watching from the bench the whole first half, and second half they know what they need to come in and change. Tampa Bay on the front foot looking to get goals off transition.
And here is Gaines Ramos, one of those subs. Fresh legs, physicality from Gaines Ramos. Stay up to date with the Cambridge Super League. Sign up for the Super newsletter. Get news about your favorite team and stories from around the league delivered directly to your inbox weekly. Sign up at cambridgesuperleague.com/newsletter. Driving, it's Parker, Riley Parker. Parker deflects, Snyder comes up clean again. Sydney Snyder is growing in confidence in net.
As those shots are coming from Carolina Ascent, Schneider is making her stance known in the box, maintaining that confidence that you need from your keeper and giving her team some momentum as well. She's coming up big for them. They need to come up big for her.
Leading by example and preventing this game getting out of hand. Would have been very different if Carolina Ascent had finished a couple of those chances. Nacello has Jamona inside. Nacello going alone. Nacello weaves. Nacello hangs up the cross. Meg McClelland able to grab cleanly.
Academy. Nasello with the shot. Megan McClellan with the save.
Nasello just again using that 1v1 magic. Moxley all turned around in the box. Nasello having her way, but then picking out just not the right ball. The goalkeeper for Ascent, McClendon, was right there at her front post to collect that one.
Mackenzie George runs into the brick wall of Jordan Listro. Provenzano. Jordan Zaid. Zaid forward into Gaines Ramos. The subs combining. Big step across.
A good look by Tampa Bay all the way from their back build up to that far right wing to build up play, using again those subs and the speed that they have to combine and try to get some offensive opportunities.
Zaid to throw it in, gets it back. Jordan Zaid's cross blocked. Tricoli controls and threads it forward instantly to Mia Corbin. Corbin, early ball, up to Mercado. Mercado, green grass ahead. Mercado, ambitious.
Carly Jamona with space in the midfield, tries to find Nasello up top, but that one just gets picked out by Ascent. Tampa Bay doing a good job of regaining possession, though, in the second half.
It's Jamona to Nasello. Nasello, cheeky little ball forward for Jamona. Jamona has options in the box. Carly Jamona, driven, and it's connected over the crossbar. Gaines Ramos with a good look.
And that game changer, Gaines Ramos again on the back part of that play, but Jamona finding herself out wide on this one, picks her head up, finds Gaines Ramos on the PK spot. That one just going directly over the crossbar. But again, Tampa Bay showing some light here as the second half goes on.
As we see substitutions taking place for Philip Poole diving into the bench. Out comes Mackenzie George and Sarah Tricoli. In comes the 18-year-old B. Hilton and Riley Baisden. And Tampa Bay Sun, Denise Schulte-Brown also making a double substitution. In comes Jilly Shimkin and McKenna Batila. Batila, the Academy player, a class of 2026. Out comes Hannah Keane and Jordan Listro. Audrey Harding also readying herself. Harding, who of course was involved in the late equalizer for Philip Poole's side. But with all of these substitutions, all of these changes for both teams, there can be some challenges with getting back up to the chemistry.
Absolutely, but these players are coming in these moments where they're expected to raise the energy level. They're expected to raise the ball possession for their teams. All players that are coming in are key pieces of the attack from both sides. Riley Parker, who's done such a good job in this game so far. Harding stepping in to take her place, trying to get a little bit more offensive production up top for Ascent.
Fresh legs. And Philip Poole told us this week that with the different players, he wants to have different looks. They're very committed to their style of play, but felt that they needed to expand their differences. It was interesting because Denise Schulte-Brown also said one thing about Carolina Ascent is they don't really change too much. So the two coaches sort of looking at each other's strengths and weaknesses.
It's a chess match between coaches. As soon as you get to know how the style of soccer of one team, you're going to want to change that up to surprise the other team. For Carolina Ascent, they want to be able to attack in different styles and be unique in the way that they create chances up top. Same thing for this Tampa Bay Sun team. Yes, they look for Nasello and their weapons up top in Carly Jamona, who leads the way. Keane with her pace too and height to get the ball in the box. But they also want to use their back line to create a lot of chances. Balls going from back to front, using that direct style of play to catch teams off guard.
Here comes Moxley. Moxley has been a live wire through the first challenge, keeps the ball. Moxley deflects out for a new core corner kick. Riley Baisden, the substitute, will come and take this corner. As Carolina Ascent's lone goal did come off a recycled set piece. Do see a impromptu pause right now as both sides heading over to their benches. And if you're Philip Poole right now, what are you talking to your players about?
Just maintaining possession. Tampa Bay Sun has been doing such a good job of keeping the ball in the second half. Can Carolina Ascent flip the script on them and keep the ball on those transition moments? They are leading 1-0. They know that Tampa Bay Sun can act at any moment with their fiery forwards up top. Can they maintain possession of the ball and stick to that style of soccer that they want to play? Build up from the back, spread out the defense of Tampa Bay so they can exploit the areas in the midfield parts of the pitch.
The issue right now for Tampa Bay Sun is a hamstring. Denise Schulte-Brown will have some more issues to answer for in terms of the injuries. We saw a look at their injury list earlier on. Players like Tash Flint. It's been a struggle for Denise Schulte-Brown in terms of fitness of some of her players, and it's got to be tough as a coach to see another player struggling.
Vivian Bissett for Tampa Bay coming off the field there, a player that is such a mainstay in their back line, a general back there in the instigating of tackles and distribution as well. She can ping balls from all over the pitch. She's a player that they're going to want to see back on the pitch if she can.
And it's a 17-year-old in Sienna Bryan getting ready to come into the game. The academy player committed to Georgetown. It's her second season as an academy player, but those are huge boots to have to fill. There is confirmation of that substitution as Vivian Bissett's night is over. In comes Sienna Bryan. Aguilera's corner taken short. Murray Durr, the referee, wasn't ready. The substitution was still taking place with Sienna Bryan, the 17-year-old, getting ready to get into position.
Aguilera said, we had waited long enough, let's get this one in.
She will get a second opportunity to do so. Aguilera, this time lofted, headed towards the back post off of a Tampa Bay Sun head, and out for yet another new court corner. Carolina Ascent have been accumulating corners left, right, and center. They'll switch off to the opposite side. It'll be Moxley tasked with this one.
Her services have been so imperative into the offensive opportunities for Carolina Ascent in this game.
Moxley. In swinger, headed, cleared away by Nasello. Further away now from frame. Popped forward by Porter. Corbin combines with Porter. Swinging cross up into the air. Tampa Bay Sun bailed out by the referee's whistle. Food Lion is the official grocer partner of the Carolina Ascent FC. Food Lion is proud to support the Charlotte community as the official grocer of the Ascent. Your local Food Lion is here to help you get food on the table fast, with ready-to-eat meals and shopping made easy with Food Lion to go. Food Lion, here for every moment. Slotted forward. Tampa Bay Sun will chase. Goes out for a deep attacking throw. Nasello. Forward to Jamona. Pop back to Nasello. Skips through one challenge. Nasello. Looking for an angle. Back heels. Hung up in the air with the cross. Headed clear as Harding winds through one tackle. Hilton under some pressure, able to play through it. That's composure from the teenager.
Great work by Tampa Bay to put that immediate pressure on the ball. It's those subs that Denise Schulte-Brown has brought in to this game, trying to make a difference in the last half of the second half.
And they brought the energy as a low-driven ball. Nacello roofs it. Tampa Bay Sun star nails the finish, and they've equalized.
Tampa Bay Sun winning this one off transition before the start of this play, and then a beautiful ball whipped in from the back line of Carolina Ascent. They weren't ready for that early cross, and then Sydney Nacello just hanging out on that backside, nonchalant, and passes that one into the back of the net. You can see her celebrate with her team, but know they have work to do to get a win in the win column for her team.
Sydney Nacello was on head coach Philip Pool's radar for the Carolina Ascent. They couldn't keep her off the scoreboard. As Jamona, this time offside.
Offside flag is up.
It's deja vu for Philip Pool. You don't finish your chances, and Tampa Bay Sun will come back to haunt you.
Tampa Bay Sun just, again, using that transition moment to their advantage and not letting anything pass them this time. Sydney Nacello is so effective in those moments. She's so calm when the ball comes to her, and she knew from the moment that ball came off her foot, it was going in the back of the net. Carolina Ascent just were not in the right position. Their back line facing their own goal in that moment.
I'll tell you something though, when she went underneath it, you never know what happens, but that is a perfect finish from Nacello. Need to also give a lot of credit to Emma Gaines-Ramos, who served in that delightful pass as well.
It was the perfect pace at the perfect speed on the ground, which we haven't seen a lot from the passes from the wingers on the outside. A lot of the balls have been played in the air, clipped over the back line. Gaines-Ramos doing a fantastic job of just recognizing how Ascent was not in their set positions. And Sydney Nacello, again, just super calm on that far side, nonchalant, and passes that one in the back of the net.
Ricardo drew the free kick for the Ascent, as Carolina Ascent's fans urging their team forwards. Up to Mia Corbin.
We talked about how this Tampa Bay Sun team was going to respond to adversity. You could feel there in that moment that something was coming for them. They had the possession, they had the rotations in the subs that had come on the field that had given them that spark of energy, and it was just waiting for that one moment and who was going to be that game changer. And of course, Sydney Nacello steps up to the plate.
A lot of the talk was about Carly Jamona because of her 2 goals, but Sydney Nacello, full of quality week in, week out. Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Carolina Ascent FC. With same and next day 6 visits, Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. Quick throw in from Zaid, launched forward. Carolina Ascent, no nonsense clearance in the air. McNeil just heads it wide and far away. Denise Schulte-Brown's changes were brave. She's taken off big name players, the likes of Jordan Listro, but the subs have proven dividends.
The depth of her roster is just showing that anyone can step on the field and make a difference. You see the tenacity and resilience that this team is playing with right now, doing the work to keep Ascent on this near side, not allowing them out of their defensive half.
It's Baisden, able to play inside this time. So driven ball forwards. Mercado, lovely first touch, looking for the overlap. Here comes Aguilera. Audrey Harding. Lovely ball to Moxley. Moxley with some space. Moxley hangs it into the air, back post, punched away Schneider. Sydney Schneider clinging on. Great save from the keeper. Another big save from the 26-year-old goalkeeper. Denise Schulte-Brown's decision to start Schneider really looking like a smart one.
She's come up big in the second half for Tampa Bay Sun. That moment, maybe the biggest so far.
Under a little pressure, the ball will find the boots of the goalkeeper, formerly of Sparta Prague in the Czech Republic. Looking for an angle. Finds McNeil. Basin threw it quickly. Mia Corbin, Basin, big block away, and it sets up a corner kick. This corner kick is brought to you by Newport. For all of the set pieces that Jill Aguilera and company have been able to swing in, only one of them has led to a goal. So we'll try and whip up some magic this time. Aguilera, low, flick forward, deflects, and Schneider, yet again, right place, right time. She has magnets in her gloves in this second half.
Aguilera, low corner kick, just pushed the ball around in the box. Nobody getting a real clearance or touch on it, but then Schneider demanding the ball in her own box, secures it, and her team right back on the front foot in attack.
And here is that attack as a ball sent forwards. There's Batia trying to get on the end of it. Nacello will take the throw in. McNeil, Batilla, curling shot. Meg McClelland parries it over the crossbar. It's a new corner kick. The youngster McKenna Batilla tests Meg McClelland.
And what an opportunity there by Batilla. She takes her head up with no pressure on the ball and strikes this one beautifully, just going right through the hands and over the crossbar.
Another testament to the USL, or to the Cambridge Super League, and the fact that they have these academy players. You don't lose eligibility, but you're able to play at this level. The likes of McKenna Batilla getting lots of eyes on them, and that was a great moment to shine.
What an opportunity for these young players to be able to play in a league like this and still keep their college eligibility.
Corner, high arcing, headed. McClelland can't save it. Tampa Bay Sun have the lead. Gabby Provenzano with the finish from the set piece.
Tampa Bay goal scored by number 3, Gabby Provenzano.
What a finish this was by Provenzano. She was unmarked on the back post. Carolina Ascent's Butler was just on the wrong side of her. Provenzano pinging that ball right back where it came from with her head. And just like that, Tampa Bay Sun are in the driver's seat late in the second half. And we talked to head coach Philip Poole. He said, we have to get control of the game. We cannot let it get out of our hands. This game maybe getting a little bit away from them as Tampa Bay Sun has come to life here late in the second half, showing how gritty they can be in these moments.
Philip Poole brings in Luana Grabias, trying to add firepower into the front line. But that is 2 sucker punches for Philip Poole's side. Mia Corbin, the scorer of their lone goal, sacrificed. Mercado over to Harding. Harding cross coming in, headed clear. Grabias in the region, deflects out for a goal kick. Carolina Ascent FC is a club built by the Carolinas for the Carolinas, with a vision to climb, to soar, to trek upwards and reach new heights for the Carolinas, both on and off the pitch. From partnerships to single game tickets and group outings, we've got a place for you to empower women's sports across the Carolinas. Join the climb and contact one of our representatives today at carolinaascent.com. And Sydney Schneider's goalkeeping, a couple of really big saves. Just how important those saves are now that Tampa Bay Sun have taken the lead.
I've mentioned her coming up big for her team, and her team responding on the other end of the field with 2 goals in the second half. the resilience shown by this Tampa Bay Sun team has been so incredible to watch as this game has progressed. We've seen them frustrated with one another, your body language trying to coach one another on the field, give each other energy, and then the second half they've come alive, showing their connectedness together, showing that core group energy that they have been missing these first couple of matches, and it's been really impressive to see how Denise Schulte-Brown's team has been able to work together to pull themselves out.
And this is the first lead that Tampa Bay Sun has had of the entire season so far. Nasello looking to build more cushion as she goes to the corner flag, takes a tumble under the hands of Taylor Porter. It's smart soccer IQ from Nasello to draw the foul.
Absolutely, Porter not happy with it and knows what Nasello was doing, but Porter with a little bit of contact, Nasello doing a good job of game management, knowing where she's at on the field, how much time is left on the clock.
If you give Nasello an opportunity, she's going to take it. Sydney Nasello's goal that equalized, and then Provenzano with her first Super League goal. That sits Tampa Bay Sun in the leading position. Shimkin able to earn another throw-in. Sabrina McNeil throws it down. Nasello double teamed, cleared far away from her boots. Tampa Bay Sun headed clear, but it will stay with Carolina Ascent. Grabias takes some real estate forwards. Carolina Ascent did leave it late against Fort Lauderdale United, a 90-minute +1 equalizer off of an own goal.
These are these moments for both teams where that last run, that final pass is so imperative, and the little details matter the most is when you're most tired, and at the end of games or end of halves for this one, for both of these teams, it's going to be that last push for Tampa Bay. Can they get back and secure positions, being safe on the defensive end? And then for Carolina, what risks are they going to take in the final third to try and get a last-minute goal?
In comes Sydney Studer for Taylor Porter. Philip Poole, fresh legs as they throw everything at this match, searching for the equalizer. It'll be their first Gamebridge Super League defeat of the new campaign. If this result stands, it will be Tampa Bay Sun's first points of any kind and first victory of the Gamebridge Super League campaign, if this result stands for them. Long ball over the head of Studer. Thrown in quickly back to Moxley. Moxley. There's a ball searching for Grabias. Grabias won't get there. Sharp off her line, Sydney Schneider. So we get confirmation of that sub. It was Porter out, and in comes Sydney Studer. Snyder with the big punt forwards, up into the sky, cleared back where it came from, Jamona. It's a long ball, searching for the youngster, charging it down, Batila. The 40th minute goal seems so long ago for Carolina Ascent as a painful one for Tampa Bay Sun. And Sabrina McNeil taking that one straight to the face.
Fortunate pinball moment from a ricochet off your own teammate's clearance. Anytime you get hit in the face, though, it will be a bit of a shock. Her not expecting that one in such close range. Training staff just wanting to check on her and make sure everything's okay. The head is such a delicate place.
Always important to see the athletic training staff on board, such an asset to teams, checking the concussion protocol. Sydney Studer having some words there with Baisden, trying to figure out what they're going to do with this throw-in. They left it late in their opener, And now they leave it late in their home opener. Philip Poole will be frustrated yet again that the story has been not capitalizing on momentum.
He talked about an arm wrestle of a game in their last match against Fort Lauderdale. This one again, another arm wrestle moment between Tampa Bay and Carolina Ascent. Both teams trading possession, trading fouls, the grittiness that we've seen from both sides. Tampa Bay's Sun showing their resilience and able to grind out these moments deep in games. It's something that head coach Philip Poole talked to us about. He said this Tampa Bay Sun can act at any moment. They are explosive and they can dig their heels in. They have certainly dug them in tonight.
If you allow Tampa Bay Sun, Denise Schulte-Brown sides to hang around, they have the ability to punish, and that's how they earned a championship in the inaugural season. The foul is called against Carolina Ascent. A frustrating foul for them.
Schneider going to take as much time as she can on this free kick.
They'll have all eyes on the fourth official for stoppage time. Schneider launches it clear. As the foul is called against Patila. Carolina Ascent fans have been rowdy all night long, but as it stands, we'll be going home disappointed. Moxley sends it. Flicked on by Studer, a painful clashing. As we get confirmation of 6 minutes of stoppage time. This half stoppage time is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. A lot can happen in 6 minutes.
That's what I was just about to say. There's so many opportunities that can come in 6 minutes of play. Can Tampa Bay Sun just remain calm and keep possession of the ball? They've been doing such a good job of managing this game as the minutes have ticked by.
Team management from Sydney Schneider as Studer heads it straight back from the goal kick. Grabias tried to challenge. Studer saw it awkwardly back heel out of play. Won't stay with her team. Sabrina McNeil is back and doing fine after that collision with the ball. Nacello launches it clear. Tampa Bay Sun's technical box right now urging them forward. Urging them to defend as Nacello yet again clears it. And that's the energy that you need to see from Sydney Nacello on both sides of the ball. Here comes Carolina Ascent, driving forward Mercado. Mercado! That was insane! Carolina Ascent leave it late yet again. It's 2-2.
Jess, I have the chills right now from that shot by Mercado. I mean, what a left-footed strike. She's driving towards down the middle of the pitch and takes one look up and rips this rocket of a shot. We said a lot could happen in 6 minutes. It only took 2 for Carolina Ascent to equalize here late in this match once again. They said, this is our home opener. We're not going home without a fight.
Unsavable from Maddie Mercado, scored the quickest goal in Cambridge Super League history. And now she leaves it late on the other side of the match today. And that Carolina Ascent FC goal scored by Maddie Mercado in the 92nd minute is brought to you by Food Lion. Score to give more. And Maddie Mercado absolutely gave more at the death of this match.
Her head coach, Philip Poole, saying that she is just an elite player and wanting her to come in and just play free and score goals. She is doing exactly that.
And they have all the energy now. Moxley, lofted cross, volleyed back post, ping pongs. And Audrey Harding just couldn't find the finish. It's a new corner kick.
Once again, Schneider coming up huge for this Tampa Bay Sun team. Moxley with, once again, impressive service. Just could not find the back of the net. Schneider diving in front of the ball. The back line for Tampa doing everything that they can.
Brave goalkeeping. Emily Moxley with the new core corner. Moxley swung in. Schneider punches away. Studer, lofted cross, cushion down, flicked further forward, big header in the air, foul called against Carolina Ascent. Tampa Bay Sun take a big sigh of relief. Strap yourselves in, there's still 2 minutes.
It's not over until that final whistle is blown, and for both of these teams, they are aware and they know that, using every bit of time that they can.
And it's heartbreak right now for Tampa Bay Sun, who was so close to 3 points. And now they're on tenterhooks. B. Hilton, able to touch it forward. Hilton, inside pass, Gravias. Gravias. It's wide for Carolina Ascent. Cross is blocked away. Aguilera throws it quick into Gravias. Gravias on the volley, ambitious from the newcomer. Those fans that braved the weather, that waited in this tough environment, have certainly been rewarded for their loyalty. So it's cleared back in favor of Carolina Ascent. It's Mercado, who must be brimming with confidence. Mercado driving at the defense. Mercado couldn't find the pass. B. Hilton recovers. Hilton has Harding. Harding, Baisden. Baisden deflects. Mercado's hustling. Zaid able to get enough on it. And the lines are cleared by Tampa Bay Sun. Studer lays it forwards. Gravias turning and burning. Moxley deflects. Deep throw in for Carolina Ascent. The foot is certainly on the gas for the home team. Baisden, lovely pass. Hilton toe pokes it forward. Mercado can't get there. And that's the final whistle from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Carolina Ascent left it late, but they salvage a point courtesy of a Maddie Mercado banger. Match finishes 2-2 between Carolina Ascent and Tampa Bay Sun. Your thoughts?
I mean, what a last 6 minutes of this game. The whole second half was a complete 180 from the first half. Both teams coming out with renewed energy. Tampa Bay coming out and making a statement with those 2 goals, but then Carolina Ascent not going away in their home opener with some late game heroics by none other than Maddie Mercado, just electrifying for her team.
Maddie Mercado has certainly enjoyed her life at the start of the Gamebridge Super League, and she is tonight's player of the match, presented by Nucor. A banger for Maddie Mercado's second Gamebridge Super League goal that salvages a point for Carolina Ascent. It was a roller coaster here in North Carolina, but the final score, it's Carolina Ascent 2, Tampa Bay Sun 2. We'll put a bow on it after this quick break. Welcome back to American Legion Memorial Stadium's fireworks on and off the pitch as Carolina Ascent draw 2-2 with Tampa Bay Sun. Tonight's postgame is presented by UNCC. Let's take a look at tonight's match highlights, which are presented by Nucor. Carolina Ascent had opportunities.
They start off here with a beautiful ball in by Emily Moxley. Tampa Bay doesn't clear it all the way, and then it falls to Mia Corbin, who is surrounded by Tampa Bay players, but she was able to slot this one through, putting her team ahead in the first half.
It's a fantastic finish by Corbin, who is swarmed by 5 players, yet still finds an angle to give Carolina Ascent the go-ahead goal. The issue for Carolina Ascent is, though, with all of this momentum, Jade, they wouldn't be able to capitalize on it.
Tampa Bay Sun coming out of halftime with renewed energy and a spark off the bench. They play a beautiful ball in, and Cindy Nacello on that backside slots it back in to the goal. Gaines Ramos recognized that the Carolina Ascent team was running towards their own goal. Cindy Nacello on that back post, able to just push this ball through and make it equalize in that second half.
And it would be set piece magic, but this time for Tampa Bay Sun.
Beautiful ball in once again, looping over the back post, and then Provenzano just throwing her body into this one, and a looping ball over the keeper's head, placed back into where the ball came from, allowed Tampa Bay to push themselves over the top of Carolina Ascent, but they would not go away.
The issue is Carolina Ascent have Maddie Mercado on their team.
Maddie Mercado has just come in and been such an impact player. I mean, look at that strike. She takes a look up and rips a shot from the top of the 18-yard box, drawing her team in for this one.
Goal of the month, goal of the season, name it now. Tonight's match full-time stats are brought to you by Nucor. It was a dominant performance from Carolina Ascent when you take a look at those shots.
When you look at the stat category on all sides, Carolina Ascent dominated this game. Tampa Bay Sun finding a way to grind this one out and pull their team back into it. They were leading at one point for the first time this season. Carolina Ascent in their home opener said that they were not going down without a fight and came back to draw this one.
And they left it late, but they managed to come through with a point. Carolina Ascent's upcoming schedule is presented by Capelli Sports, and you can see they've got plenty of matches, including Sporting Jacks.
Sporting Jacks, a team that's new to the Gamebridge Super League. They've been so fun to watch, and it's going to be a good matchup between two teams who like to keep the ball in possession.
And of course, as always, Gamebridge Super League full of other fascinating matches that you can tune into live on Peacock. You don't want to miss out on the Gamebridge Super League wherever you are in the world. From American Legion Memorial Stadium, the return to play was absolutely thrilling for Carolina Ascent and Tampa Bay Sun. There were fireworks on and off the field, but Carolina Ascent salvaged a point at the death of the match. They tie the game 2-2 against Tampa Bay Sun. For myself, Jessica Chum, and Jade Barkett, our entire crew, thank you so much for joining us for Gamebridge Super League action. Your final score, Carolina Ascent 2, Tampa Bay Sun 2. Enjoy your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.